everyone at?
What's up?
Oh, I'm in a chair in Lexington.
That's fun.
I'm in my dorm room.
When's everyone heading back to campus? Next week, the week after?
I've been here since last Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm there right now, but
I've been here since Sunday.
You guys start school next week? No, the week after?
Week
24th?
after.
Yeah.
oh,
stuff.
hopefully, presumably.
If the governor doesn't mess that up.
Yeah, he already pushed back Warren County schools, which, I mean, after looking at Georgia, I guess I understand. They already have, like, 200 kids quarantined right now?
Yeah, but Georgia did it dumb. Did y'all see
That-
that?
Yeah, Georgia did do it dumb.
Mhm.
Hey, my brother doesn't start school until September 23rd
Oh, God.
in person.
Damn.
Awful. What school district is that?
Jefferson County.
Mm.
Looks like DG's getting on.
What's up,
Yes,
boys?
sir.
DG.
How you guys
DG.
doing?
Living the dream. Huh?
Yeah.
Good deal. I think this is about everybody. We'll go ahead and get started. Appreciate you guys getting on here. We kind of wanted to use this time. DG came up with this idea. It's been a couple weeks now, but we figured it would be a good way to kind of get everybody back in the loop, get everybody excited to be back on campus, ready to rock and roll for this semester. So really do appreciate everyone coming on here. Real quick, we'll go ahead and do a few introductions. Of course, everyone on here knows DG, but we also have Justin. Justin's going to be the consultant that's going to be with us through this next year. So, Justin, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, tell a little about you and anything else you'd like to say or do.
Yeah, thanks, Braden. So obviously my name is Justin, like Braden just mentioned, and you can see my screen name right here on Zoom. I graduated from a small private school in Eastern Pennsylvania, so about an hour north of Philadelphia. I served my chapter as president, director of academic affairs. I kind of oversaw like all the positions on exec and on admin. So I have really good knowledge when it comes to some of that stuff. But I really love like brotherhood events and things like that. So I'm more than happy to work with all of you to bond and to work in your positions, and then also to enjoy your fraternity experience. This semester and this entire year, I'm going to be your consultant. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me through text or call or email or whatever. I'm more than happy to work with you all, answer any questions that you have. And depending on how the coronavirus goes, we are planning to do the installation, which I'm sure Braden will talk about in October. And then we'll celebrate it all in the spring, which I'll be working closely with you guys to do that. So really looking forward to working with you all. If you have any questions or anything like that, feel free to reach out. More than happy to chat. And I'm excited to meet you all in person in just a couple of weeks because I will be visiting in the beginning of September. So yeah, it's a little bit about me. Thanks, Carter. I appreciate you.
Anybody have any questions or anything for Justin? Okay, real quick, this is small groups, so we can do this. Let's everybody kind of introduce yourselves to Justin. Let him know who you are, where you're from, and nothing. You don't have to give us your life story or anything like that. Just a little quick introduction. Sam, do you want to start?
My name is Sam Rice. I'm from Cumberland County, and I got here last Wednesday to do some RA stuff. So,
And Sam's on the recruitment committee. And what else do you do?
I'm on the recruitment committee, but that's it right now. I've got some plans for some other stuff, but we'll see.
Good deal. Good deal. Derek, you want to go?
Hey, my name's Derek. I am from Louisville, Kentucky. I'm just living life until hopefully we can come back and just live normal lives.
hopefully.
And there, you have a position. What's your position?
What don't I do? That's the real question. I academic affairs, honor board. I'm part of marketing on the admin, so it's literally pretty much everything. What it feels like.
Good deal. Okay, the real Trent Reed. Do you want to go?
What's up, y'all? My name is Trent Reed. I'm from a small town in southern Indiana, close to Louisville. I'm an English major with a minor in broadcasting, hoping to be a high school teacher.
And Trent Reed also does a lot of streaming video games. 10 out of 10 would recommend. So.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Carter, do you want to go?
Yes. So my name's Carter. I am a film major here on Western's campus, and I work with Derek doing why have I completely forgotten the word?
Marketing.
Marketing. Thank you. There you go. That's what I do. Love that I can remember that on the spot. But yeah, that's about it.
Okay. Steven, do you want to go?
Yeah, my name is Steve Humphreys. I'm from Cadiz, Kentucky, and I have served as the senior rep on the honor board last year, as well as on the recruitment committee. And this year I'm going for my master's in business administration.
Okay. Parker?
Yeah, I'm Parker Cassidy, sitting here in Glasgow, Kentucky, the wonderful Glasgow. And I'm a nursing major, and I'm the director of standards too. So, yeah.
Last but certainly not least, Cameron Edwards.
Hi, Cameron Edwards from Livermore, Kentucky, major criminology, and I am the one and only vice president. Not saying
So I think that's everybody here.
the only one.
That's right. I think that's we got everybody. Justin, you already know DG, so we don't need to hear from his mouth. We can hear from him later on. We love you, DG. So we'll go ahead and keep things rolling here. We'll try to get everybody in and out of here as quick and snappy as we can. First thing we're going to do, we're going to go through an overview of the fall. The executive team, the executive board, we're currently working on our fall 2020 COVID plan document. We started doing that a lot this week. Hopefully we'll have that finished up by the end of this week to send all out to you. We're running into a couple things here. So let me pull this up here. Let me see if I should be able to share my screen. Hey, can everybody see my screen? Just give me a thumbs up. Okay, good deal. So we'll go through this real quick, just kind of show you guys, give you all a little bit of an update here. So basically the introduction to this, we're wanting to keep things as simple, as creative as we can, and as normal as we can for this next semester. I know that there's a lot of talk on campuses about what student activities are going to look like and things like that. Our goal as a fraternity is to keep this as normal of a semester as possible. And by allowing all of us to come together and have some of those creative ideas, I really think we can make that happen this semester. So with chapter meetings, we're going to look to try to have our chapter meetings to be in person. To, like we said, keep this all as normal as possible. We just found out today, you'll see right here, DSU, the biggest room they have will only accommodate with the CDC guidelines to 30 people. And so with that, we're coming into a couple of things of rather do we do the same meeting twice in the same night? Do we do part of it online, or do we try to look at South Campus or anything like that? And so at the end, I'm going to ask a couple questions. I'd love for some of you all to give you some feedback about that, and we'll look at what we think as far as what you all would like to see out of meetings this year. Do you have any questions on that part? Okay. Executive board meetings will still be held in person and on a weekly basis. That way we can keep things, like we said, as normal as possible. Cameron and the administrative board, I know they were still talking about what they were going to do with some of those things. And so he'll get back to us with that. New member ed meetings, those going to be held in person as the CDC guidelines and the capacities will allow. But they're also going to format for virtual meetings. So in case, they need to go online, they will. And we'll follow through with that. Finance board will vary if they'll be in person or virtualized. A lot of that depends on what business needs to be done. If it's a routine short meeting, it'd probably be done virtual. But if there's some really, bigger things we need to talk about, they'll probably be in person. And then honor board, we're still not sure what they're going to look like. And the recruitment committees are going to be a lot like the finance as far as in person or virtualized. So communication, we'll go ahead and talk about initiation for a second. We have received the go-ahead to plan for our initiation to be the weekend of October 23rd through the 25th. So be sure to go ahead and mark that on your calendars, October 23rd through the 25th. What that weekend's going to look like is not going to be what we were all expecting it to look like this past spring before the coronavirus hit. So with this, what we're really going to be doing, we're going to be having our initiation, but our banquet or our alumni come in and people like that will be held off until the spring. Hopefully things will be cleared up by then, fingers crossed, and we'll be able to have our banquet that way. That way we can celebrate all of our accomplishments and be able to go through with it that way. Some more anybody have any questions about initiation? Like I said, just feel free to jump in and stop me at any time because I really can't see everybody's faces whenever I'm going through on this shared screen deal. Rather than using the different group chats, Trevor's going to set up a Facebook group. That way we can all give updates that way. That way everybody can get the information that they need to see that way rather than trying to search through the group name. I'm sure that'll be easier on you all, and it'll be easier for the executive team, administrative board, and so on of getting information out to you all. Social media is going to be really, really important this year, and what we're really going to be doing is trying to get you all as members involved as much as possible too. So if you have any pictures from this summer, anything that you did, anything like that, if you did a cool internship, what you did at home through all this, whatever you did, send that stuff to Trevor, and he'll get it to Liam to get posted. We really want to showcase our members and what we did, and that's not only going to help us showcase you guys, but it's also going to help us with Rush coming up. And I know we're really, really excited about that. So be sure if you have any pictures or things to send to Trevor Harry, and he can get that taken care of. But we're looking at really upping up our social media game this year. Administrative board events. Cameron is still talking with them. He'll get back to us on that, and we'll be ready to rock and roll with those. So give you guys a better update a little closer to time. Recruitment. So this is what recruitment and things are going to be looking like. I know that there was a lot of talk in the very beginning about what Rush was going to look like. It was going to be in person. It was going to be virtualized. What that was going to be. And so here's what we're planning on doing. Rush is in person. IFC had voted on that. Panhellenic and sororities, that is virtualized. So sororities will be virtual for us, and fraternities that will be in person. So we will be having pre-rush events. Bryce is working on those right now. He'll get that to you all in a timely manner. And of course, all this stuff will be following the CDC guidelines. So masks, things like that. Rush week. So how Rush week's going to work, and Bryce will be able to give you guys a better, more up-to-date update on that here in the next few days. Chapters will be recruiting in pod styles. What I mean by that is once we get to our location, we will then be broken up into groups. Those groups will then be separated. That way we limit the size of the groups together to meet our guidelines that way. IFC and RASH be going around checking on these things as well. So chapters can have up to 30 men recruiting each night. ISC will bring you 20 men during each party. So we'll be broken up in 5 pods of 10 people. So that's how we're going to be able to meet those guidelines. That's how we're going to be able to make this work. Let's see here. Did I get a chat? Okay. See here. Rashly going around and make your chapters using the pod styles. Chapter members and P&Ms must wear a mask. If you come to our recruitment location without a mask on, you will be asked to leave. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So we are getting everyone a Tall Delta mask. We have those ordered. We should be getting those in soon. So you all will have a mask to wear. I'm sure we'll want everybody to wear that lettered mask. So you will have a mask to wear. So there's no excuses of not wearing a mask. If you don't have a mask on, you will be asked to leave. There shouldn't be any questions about that. Buffet style food will not be served. So what we usually get and things, that's going to have to look different. I think we're looking at some prepackaged snacks, some things like that to still have some refreshments for the P&Ms. And once they all go through, we can all hound and scarf those down like usual. But we'll be waiting on that, and we'll get some of those later on. Any questions on Rush on that week? Okay, let's look at voting. Voting will be done in person at the recruitment location following the last night of rounds, as usual. If something changes, if we're not able to do that with the room and things that we have, then voting will be done via Zoom. Cameron brought up a good point to me earlier. Cameron will be a row alpha for this year, and so he will not be able to be affiliated with us. And I'll be out of town during the week of Rush. So Logan Snyder will be the one in charge leading the meetings and things like that, taking over for us while we are gone. So just let you guys know about that. So he'll be helping chair that meeting for voting with him and Bryce. So just so you guys know that's what's going to be going on there with voting. Bid day will be done in shifts. And our official time will be determined next week or so. We're only allowed to have 5 people to show up to bid day. Only 5 people. And Bryce will be the one that'll be choosing those. He'll have those sent out the night before bid day. So if you're interested in that, reach out to Bryce about that. But that's what that's going to look like there. Bid night / weekend. There will be no bid night social, none at all. But if you have, but I'm not saying don't reach out to your new brothers. If you can do those things in a CDC friendly way, we would love for that to happen. But if it's not going to be in a CDC friendly way, please don't have that. We ask that you don't have those things. So no bid night social like usual. However, we are encouraging you all to reach out to your new members. There will be some events during the weekend that, of course, will meet the guidelines that will allow you guys to meet those new brothers as quick as we can and have those involved like usual. Dues and finance breakdown. So the finance board finalized dues, and with that, we're looking at $500 for actives and $520 for new members per semester. I know that may seem a little high, but let me remind you guys of a couple things. Number one, if you paid in full like you should have this past semester, you have that $100 off, that $100 credit already. So it's going to be cheaper for you all. For those of you who haven't paid dues this past semester, Logan will be reaching out to you, but get those in. We have promissory notes on for them, and we don't want to come to that. But so please, we're waiving all of our late fees on those. So reach out to Logan. We know who you are, and get those paid in full. But that's what we're doing dues wise, and we'll have a breakdown of where all that money is going, like we did this past year, to showcase to you all there. So, any questions on dues? Okay. See here, emergency protocols. We're still figuring some of those things out as a team together, and this last section talks about and how this is going to be until December 31st. That way it goes through the rest of this fall semester. we're hoping that by spring, guys, this thing is gone. This is a thing of the past, and it will be back to normal as quick as we can. We are keeping the right so we can strengthen or weaken any of these things at any time. Hopefully, we'll be able to weaken them. That way, we can all get back together as normal as we can. But like I said, if you may have any questions about what this fall semester is going to look like, or anything at all about any of that. Okay, I'd love to get your all's opinions on meetings. So, what are you all thinking would be the best idea for us in meetings? Would you like us to try to do maybe find a place where we can have meetings for everybody, one place, maybe that South Campus, or would you be willing to do two or come to one of two meetings the same night?
What was the largest room in DSU?
So the largest room in DSU we can rent, that's the one that only allows 30 people in.
All right, because I was thinking maybe the auditorium, because that's a lot bigger, but I guess not.
I think it's going to be difficult to have two in-person meetings back to back, just because when you're trying to make decisions, I don't know how that's going to go with half the colony before and half the next hour. So I don't know if it would be easier just to have it either like in a Zoom meeting or at the South Campus.
What I've recommended to the exec group is like how we're having our hybrid classes this coming semester, have half of the people in person in 1 week, and the other half is going to be joining us via Zoom, and then they just flip-flop the week after. So everybody's still in the same meeting and still hearing all the same stuff, but we're able to keep our numbers down and follow CDC guidelines is what I've recommended.
Hey, Cameron. Sorry, guys. I got my superintendent walked in the middle of that meeting, so I had to leave you guys a minute. But I just briefly appreciate you guys being on here. I've tried to listen in your all's conversations, and I'll leave it alone after that. But I didn't want to tell you guys, thank you guys for, I was ignoring you. So it's good to see all you guys, man. And all right, continue on.
Thank you for interrupting us, DG. We really do appreciate that.
Well, I'm really good at that, Braden, as you know.
Any other thoughts on meetings? I can speak. There might be a couple of classrooms that we could rent out. I know we usually rent out EST for some of the ag clubs I'm in. They have an auditorium there, so we may even be able to do that. Allow us to spread out that way.
Yeah, Braden, I was going to say, I think it would be ideal if you had an option for those that wanted to be there in person, to allow them to be there in person, or to create something like this, the Zoom thing, and allow people, if they don't feel comfortable to come in, to Zoom into the meeting. That might be ideal.
Okay. Any other thoughts?
You guys want me to try to give you all some meeting space? I don't mind doing that. You know, as you all know, in public education schools in Kentucky, we are the governor's mandated we can't start till 27, which means we may be shut down longer than that. But if we can accommodate, you know, at the board office where we've met before, or one of our school buildings, like our alternative school is there off Old Morgantown Road, right over the railroad tracks. We can always meet over there. There's plenty of room there. So we can do some stuff if you guys want to meet live, or you want to do virtual. Just let me know kind of what you think.
Would anyone not be willing to go to an in-person meeting off campus? If so, it's cool. I'm just curious if there was a big group of people that wouldn't.
What's Rash telling you about meetings?
Rash has told us that he wants us to keep things as normal as possible, so we can have them in person. Let's have them in person, and let's do whatever we can to do that. He suggested the big room in DSU. Trevor reached out to them about that, and they said that the most we can get in there is 30 people. So we're currently at 33 guys before rush.
I have a common space at our alternative schools. The cafeteria doubles as a gymnasium that's right next to campus. That I could go look. I think there's folding chairs over there and stuff. If you guys wanted to use that, where you knew you had a meeting space, I don't mind getting you access to that.
Okay. And I may reach out to the lady in the agriculture lounge in EST at the very top of the hill about the auditorium there, because we rented that out for block and bridle meetings and things. And then we'll also keep talking with the exec board about looking at maybe doing some of those hybrid, doing some of those with the online option. So, okay. Anybody else have anything? Any questions about this semester? Is there anything that you guys want to make sure you see done this semester?
I didn't get, again, I'm going to shut up after this, but I didn't get to talk when we first started. The reason I encouraged Braden to get these Zooms together is we are, as you guys know, we're on the cusp of initiating all you boys and you young men and putting our charter back on the campus. And it's never been more important for us to have great communication amongst all the guys to keep everybody in the boat with us. And then also, Bryce and I have been communicating. We got your rush shirts ordered, but get on board with doing some informal rush to get some numbers into our fall class. You know, right now is a different time. I moved my daughter into UK yesterday into an apartment, and I think she's got 5 classes, and 3 of them teachers already took them to online, which is what they're going to end up doing. But you know, her sororities have to do all this virtual rush and all this kind of different stuff, and we just need to hold this thing together until we get on the other side of it. You guys have got way too much effort, way too much work's gone in to get us to where we are, to not keep this thing rolling through what's going to be some rough waters at times. But the groups that come on the other side of this are going to be far, far better off. And you guys got it in you to do it. You just got to kind of hold together. That means a lot of communicating, a lot of working with each other to get us on the other side of that. And now I've talked with Braden quite a bit. He's doing a great job of steering us, and he's going to need all you guys in the boat with him to get us where we need to get to.
Thanks, DG. Anybody have anything else about this semester? If you have anything specific about events and things, give those to Cameron. I know he would love some of those ideas. We're going to need everybody to be creative this semester. With that, you know, with initiation, if that's brotherhood events, whatever that is, you know, when we go through recruitment, we tell a lot of our P&Ms that, you know, this is a place where everybody can give their inputs and give what they want to see in this, and we really do mean that. So, you know, give those inputs, give your perspective on things to those people that are in those positions of leadership to help make those things happen. Anybody else have any questions or anything? Cameron, go ahead.
Hey guys, so as most of you know, that we did lose Alex's graduation, and Ruben did drop, unfortunately. So during our first official meeting, I will be nominating Jonah Gellhouse as a Brotherhood chair. So y'all keep that in mind as we move forward. One thing that I did stress to the admin board here during our last meeting is that everything's going to have to be a team effort. We're not going to put everything solely on one guy, because CDC right now is making it hard, and we don't want our brothers stressing the fuck out over new events, you know. So Brotherhood is going to be tag teamed by all the admin board and anyone who wants to help. If you have any ideas, those are more than welcome. We don't know exactly how philanthropy is going to work this year with all the restrictions being placed. We don't even know if we'll have philanthropy weeks at this point. So we may have to do some new things like raising money online. And with Braden and myself not being able to be at Rush, me because Roll Alpha, and Braden because he's going to be at the state fair, guys, just listen to Bryce, listen to Logan. Those 2 guys are going to be your people in charge. If you don't listen to them, I'm sure Parker will be more than happy to deal with it. But guys, need any help, just reach out to me. Go Dell.
Thanks, Cameron. Bryce, while you're on here, is there any kind of recruitment update you'd like to give?
I don't know, but it looks like Bryce is stuck in some fancy elevator. Where do you at, Bryce? The Ritz?
Did we already go over the recruitment? Did you already go over what you wrote down yesterday, or?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
we went through our, yes, sir.
Okay. Well, I guess the best way to do this is there any questions after what Braden said that you all have so far that I can go ahead and answer? Anything you guys are confused about, something that you don't know how it's going to work? No?
I think having an understanding of pre-rush events and what those are going to look like, and
Right.
what you're going to need for guys for when we get back. So I think those are the only two things.
Okay. Yeah. So pre-rush, as it will stand right now, a lot of
He's bugging in and out on my screen. Is he for anybody else?
He's frozen.
Okay. Okay.
I apologize. I'm in the middle of this, but if you guys can hear me, a lot of what I'm going to be asking of you all to do is reaching out to PNMs personally, trying to get lunch with them. It's going to be hard for us to get 30 of our guys and then 20 more PNMs to show up to the bowling alley with everything going on. So right now I'm working on strategic events that we do that are going to be coronavirus friendly, that aren't going to be huge violations to the system. But while I'm doing that, if you guys can just go ahead and start creating relationships with these PNMs, that way we have some rapport built up when we ask them to come over and hang out, or when we ask them to come to the event that we have to hang out. And I'll send out some text scripts, some call scripts, some things that I would say, or that the committee would say. That way you guys have a rough idea, because I know a lot of guys in here are kind of antsy about maybe texting somebody they've never met before or calling somebody they've never met before. It can be a little nerve-wracking, so I'll get that done for you as well.
Thanks, Brian. Anything else before we get off? I'll turn it over to Justin real quick. Justin, any other last things you'd like to say?
Yeah, I mean, basically, I was telling Brady common sense when it comes to restrictions and all that stuff this semester, making sure you're following CDC, state, local, institutional guidelines for the coronavirus, making sure that you guys are taking care of yourselves while also taking care of your brothers. This entire semester is going to be extremely important. If you need anything, like I mentioned earlier, feel free to reach out. Braden has my contact information. You can feel free to just share it out, text me, call me, email me. More than happy to help out as you guys need it. And I will be visiting on August 30th until September 3rd or 4th. So I'll be there in about 3 weeks or so. And I'll be visiting about 3 times this semester. So really looking forward to meeting you all in person. Hopefully we're able to go out and do things and hang out and all that fun stuff. But if you need anything in the meantime, feel free to reach out.
Thanks, Justin. Anybody else have anything before we hop off here? Last and final call? Okay. Well, thank you guys for hopping on here. I know I'm excited to see all your smiling faces back again. Looking forward to making this a kick-ass semester. So with that, thank you guys for getting on here. Appreciate you all. And encourage all your fellow brothers to attend the meeting today. And if not, let me know. That way we can set up that makeup time for them. So, thank you guys a lot. Appreciate it.
Well, times.
Thank you.